Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to have this morning the top man from New Orleans, Walt Leger. And good morning, Walt.
Good morning. It's great to be with you. Thank you for having me.
Walt, you've had a tough couple of weeks in New Orleans, but I get the impression you're coming through it. The sense of community, the strength of the community, and the people that inhabit New Orleans, such as yourself, are coming through it with great strength.
Thank you for that. We've been uplifted by messages from around the world and the country of support and people reaffirming their love and commitment to our city. And it's such a special place that's unique and shines a certain light on the world that I think people recognize and love. And so the support's been incredible, and it's certainly helped our community come together and move forward through this difficult time, even as we mourn the tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, life has got back more or less to normal fairly rapidly, even in the center of New Orleans, I believe.
Yeah, we had the benefit over the New Year's holiday of hosting a major college football game and championship type event with the Sugar Bowl that was supposed to be on New Year's Day, and so that was delayed by 24 hours. But it was important to move forward with the University of Georgia and Notre Dame University competing to move on through the playoffs, and so there was a time clock there to need to move forward. But I think also our community is accustomed to coming together in challenging times and pressing on and pressing forward. And that's what we did. I mean, people were determined to suggest that one act of evil by a terrorist was not going to disrupt the joy that was being experienced in our community at that time, or that will be experienced in the future. And so we're certainly in every way respecting and mourning along with those that have suffered, but also feeling resolute that we must press forward and continue to be the place that we are, continue to bring people together and experience joy.
Absolutely. And you've got one or two rather larger football events, or a football event coming up in the not too distant future, haven't you?
We sure do. The Super Bowl is coming back to New Orleans for the 11th time this February, on February 9th. And so we're honored to have that special event in our city. It's such a big deal. Nationally and internationally, so much of the fan base has continued to expand, and we look forward to having those teams compete and also have the attention on our city at that time in February. And then right after that, we roll right into Mardi Gras. And so really, we've been saying a lot that, we just in October, we had Taylor Swift pass through New Orleans, and that was quite a phenomenon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that there's any city anywhere in the world that will have hosted Taylor Swift, the Super Bowl, Mardi Gras, those level of events that attract that level of attention and that many people in just a 6-month period. So we say that we're built to host major events and special events, and certainly this past few months has shown that, and the next few months is going to show that as well. So our community is really excited to welcome the world.
Excellent. Well, you have events almost every month of some significance. I know that. And on the not too distant horizon, you have the FIFA World Cup, and I'm sure you're going to get an influx of visitors from around the world, certainly from people that are going to Houston and maybe Dallas and other host venues. What preparations are you making? Are you only making any special preparations, just a normal Southern New Orleans welcome?
Well, everybody's going to be welcome, but certainly we are planning some outreach and communication around the world to consumers that we think will be traveling to the United States for that time period, but also looking at Atlanta and Dallas and Houston and other cities where we can do some promotion during that time period, because as you're suggesting, it's a really easy flight over from those places. We're talking about an hour flight from Houston, maybe an hour and 25 minutes from Dallas, and hour and a half or so from, maybe a little longer from Atlanta. So very easy jaunt over to New Orleans to get what I think, is rightfully described as one of the most unique experiences you can have in the United States. So excited that they'll be coming to the United States. Also looking forward to welcoming them to our special city. And I think you're right. There'll be plenty of interest. Seems to be already.
Yeah, and it's also a very nice drive, which I've done myself from Houston to New Orleans. You can see the rest of Louisiana So yeah, it's excellent. Well, Walt, I wish you the very, very best of luck in the certainly in the short term. I'm sure in the long term you don't need any luck, but in the short term, I wish you the very best of luck. And as you say, whilst we regret and mourn the death of these poor individuals, life goes on, and more power to your elbow.
Thank you so much. Couldn't be more grateful to have the opportunity to visit with you, and look forward to seeing you in our city sometime soon.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
Take care.